Good morning, everyone. In the world of high fashion, few names are as influential as Kering, a French powerhouse behind icons like Gucci, Saint Laurent, and Bottega Veneta. These brands are more than labels, they're cultural symbols, shaping global style and aspiration. Kering's strength lies in nurturing each brand's unique identity while leveraging the group's collective power. But today, September 9th, 2025, Kering faces a critical test. Sales are slipping, debt is mounting, and investors are growing uneasy. The luxury giant is at a crossroads with its future and the future of the industry hanging in the balance. How Kering responds now will define its legacy. Can it weather the storm, or will the cracks widen? Let's dive into the world of short sellers, those investors who don't just hope a company's stock will fall, but actively bet on it. While most people invest in stocks expecting them to rise, short sellers take the opposite approach. They look for companies they believe are overvalued, facing trouble, or about to hit a rough patch. Their goal? To profit from a decline that others might not see coming. Think of it like this. Imagine you borrow a gadget from a friend and sell it at today's high price. Later, when the price drops, you buy the same gadget back at a lower cost and return it to your friend. The difference between what you sold it for and what you paid to buy it back is your profit. This is the basic idea behind short selling, but instead of gadgets, it's stocks. In the stock market, short selling means borrowing shares from a broker, selling them immediately, and then hoping the price drops so you can buy them back for less. If the price falls, you pocket the difference. But if the price rises, you could lose much more than you invested, since you still have to buy the shares back at the higher price. This strategy is risky. Potential losses are theoretically unlimited because a stock's price can keep rising. Short sellers must constantly monitor the market, ready to act if things go against them. It's not for the faint of heart. When a large number of investors start shorting a particular stock, it's a strong signal that the market has serious doubts about that company's future. It's like a warning siren for other investors, suggesting that something may be fundamentally wrong. This wave of negativity can create a snowball effect. As more investors see the pessimism, they may panic and sell their shares too, pushing the price down even further. Sometimes the mere presence of short sellers can accelerate a company's decline. For Kering, a sudden surge in short selling is a glaring red flag. It's a sign that sophisticated investors are betting against the company, expecting more trouble ahead. These investors often have access to deep research and analysis. When they move in, it usually means they've spotted serious unresolved problems, issues that may not be obvious to the average shareholder. Now the pressure is on Kering's management. They must address these concerns, reassure investors, and prove the doubters wrong. The spotlight is intense, and every decision is scrutinized. Short sellers are circling, watching every move, and betting that Kering's troubles are far from over. Their presence can make recovery even harder, as negative sentiment feeds on itself. In this high-stakes environment, the future of Kering hangs in the balance. The actions of short sellers and the company's response could shape what happens next. In times of crisis, leadership isn't just important. It's the difference between survival and failure. When a company faces uncertainty, the right leader can inspire hope, drive change, and chart a new course for the future. Enter Luca de Meo, the newly appointed CEO of Kering. Unlike most luxury executives, de Meo is an outsider. His roots are in the fast-paced, high-stakes world of automobiles, not the runways of Paris or Milan. At Renault, de Meo didn't just manage, he transformed. He orchestrated a dramatic turnaround, reviving a struggling company with bold vision, relentless energy, and a willingness to make tough, sometimes unpopular decisions. His leadership style is direct, data-driven, and unafraid of risk. The impact of his arrival at Kering was immediate. Investors responded with enthusiasm, sending the company's stock soaring by 33% in a matter of days. This surge wasn't just about numbers. It was a signal of renewed hope and belief in Kering's future. François-Henri Pinault, Kering's influential chairman, personally selected de Meo to inject fresh thinking and a new perspective into the company's leadership. Pinault's decision reflects a bold bet on innovation over tradition. De Meo is expected to bring a new level of data-driven discipline and operational rigor to an industry that often prizes creativity and intuition above all else. His challenge will be to blend analytical precision with the artistry of luxury fashion. But the expectations are enormous. The luxury sector is notoriously difficult to master, and DeMeo faces a steep learning curve as he adapts to the unique demands of high fashion and global luxury branding. The question on everyone's mind: can DeMeo work the same Revolution magic at Kering that he did in the automotive world? Can he reinvent a luxury giant and restore its shine? The world's eyes are fixed on him. As he steps into the spotlight during turbulent times, every decision, every strategy, and every result will be watched and analyzed by investors, competitors, and the media alike. Every move he makes will be scrutinized, debated, and dissected. The stakes could not be higher. For Luca de Meo, the pressure to deliver results is immediate and intense. The future of Kering, and perhaps the future of luxury itself, may depend on his next steps. Kering's troubles start with its crown jewels, Gucci and Saint Laurent. Gucci, once unstoppable, is now reporting double-digit sales declines. Its once fresh style feels overexposed, and the brand is struggling to reinvent itself. A new creative director is steering Gucci toward a more classic look, but turnarounds take time. Saint Laurent, too, is losing momentum, with sales slipping and growth stalling. With both brands faltering, Kering's financial foundation is under threat. Investors expect luxury groups to deliver steady growth and high margins. Falling sales mean shrinking profits and growing doubts. Short sellers see these declines as signs of deeper issues. The path to recovery looks long and uncertain. Unlike most luxury giants, Kering is weighed down by debt, over 10 billion euros at the end of 2024. Luxury groups usually thrive on cash reserves, but Kering's debt makes it vulnerable as sales fall. High debt means less flexibility to invest in brand turnarounds or weather tough times. The market's anxiety is clear. The cost of insuring Kering's debt has spiked to decade highs. This financial strain limits Kering's options: less cash for marketing, store upgrades, or acquisitions. The debt acts as a heavy anchor, making recovery harder. For new CEO Luca de Meo, it's a financial straitjacket. Every decision is under the microscope. The stakes for a successful turnaround have never been higher. To grasp Kering's challenge, compare it to its rivals, LVMH and Hermes. LVMH is a diversified empire balancing slowdowns in one brand with strength in others, and it's flush with cash, not debt. Hermes thrives on exclusivity and scarcity, making it resilient and consistently profitable. Both have fortress-like balance sheets and minimal short interest. In contrast, Kering's reliance on Gucci, high debt, and falling sales make it look exposed. While less than 1% of LVMH and Hermes shares are shorted, Kering's short interest has soared as high as 10.7%. The market sees Kering as the vulnerable outlier. Its rival's stability only highlights Kering's unique struggles. The pressure to catch up is immense. Kering must prove it can compete, or risk falling further behind. The market's anxiety is most visible in the surge of short bets against Kering. After de Meo's appointment, short interest in Kering's stock hit a decade high, over 10% of shares. That's more than 6 times the European average, and far above its rivals. This isn't just a few pessimists. It's a coordinated bet that Kering's troubles will deepen. High short interest creates a self-reinforcing cycle of negativity, amplifying every setback. For de Meo, there's no honeymoon. He must deliver results immediately. Every decision will be judged by a skeptical market. The short sellers have done their homework. Dismantling this wall of worry will require real, visible progress. Kering isn't standing still. It's fighting back with a focused recovery plan. The company is closing about 80 underperforming stores to boost efficiency and profitability. It's also selling prime real estate to pay down debt and strengthen its balance sheet. The centerpiece revitalizing Gucci, with a new creative vision and a realistic 18-month timeline for results. Management is asking for patience as they reboot their flagship brand. The plan combines short-term financial discipline with long-term creative renewal. Success depends on flawless execution and market response. Investors want proof, not promises. The next year and a half will be decisive. Symbolism matters, and Kering's new trademarks, conquering and reconquering, signal a bold new era for the luxury powerhouse. These words aren't just clever plays on the company's name, they're a declaration of intent, a rallying cry for transformation and ambition. In a world where perception is everything, Kering is making it clear that it's not content to rest on its laurels. Instead, it's ready to rewrite its story, to challenge the status quo, and to set new standards for what luxury can mean in the 21st century. Inspired by CEO Luca de Meo's branding playbook, these words are more than slogans. They're a battle cry. De Meo, known for his bold moves in the automotive world, brings a fresh perspective to luxury, blending strategic vision with creative energy. Conquering points to new markets and creative frontiers. It's about venturing into uncharted territories, both geographically and creatively. Kering is signaling its intent to expand its reach, to innovate, and to capture the imagination of a new generation of luxury consumers. Reconquering is about reclaiming lost ground. It's a nod to the company's storied past, but also a promise to restore its former glory in markets where it has faced setbacks. This dual approach, pushing forward while regaining strength, defines Kering's new strategy. The message is clear: Kering aims not just to survive, but to dominate again. The company is setting its sights high, determined to outpace rivals and reclaim its position at the top of the luxury world. The road ahead is tough. Gucci's reset and Saint Laurent's stabilization are critical. These brands are the pillars of Kering's portfolio, and their performance will be closely watched by investors and industry insiders alike. De Meo must blend financial discipline with creative freedom, a delicate balance in luxury. Success will require tight cost controls, but also the courage to take creative risks and nurture talent. The next 18 months will test every aspect of Kering's strategy. From boardroom decisions to boutique floors, every move will be scrutinized as the company seeks to prove its resilience and adaptability. Cost cuts, debt reduction, and operational efficiency are all on the agenda. Kering must streamline its operations to free up resources for investment in innovation and growth. At the same time, creative sparks are essential. The company's future depends on its ability to inspire, to surprise, and to set trends that others will follow. The battle with short sellers will play out in quarterly results. Each earnings report will be a referendum on Kering's strategy, watched closely by markets and competitors. The legacy of Kering's iconic brands is at stake. The choices made now will shape not just the company's future, but the future of luxury itself. The era of conquering has begun, and the world is watching, eager to see if Kering can truly redefine what it means to lead in luxury.